Hello, everyone. I don't know if we're live yet. I think we're live now. Hello, everyone. How are you? Just gonna see if this is working. How is it going? I am so happy to be back with you here in a Hive with a new training. Okay, I think we're good. I'm sure you're going to love this topic. As always, comment below. Also, if you're watching the replay, give me a hashtag replay. Let me know what you think of this topic. If you're watching this outside of Facebook, come join us in the Hive for female entrepreneurs, coaches, and healers, where we create abundance with ease in all areas of our lives. So, today we're going to talk about letting in support. Hi, Joy. Thank you for being here. Welcome, welcome. Also, if you notice I talk funny, I got braces. And I just talked Dutch to my mom for an hour, so we're gonna see how English is going right now. So, you will notice that probably, but probably maybe even not, and now that I told you, you will. Isn't that always how it goes? So, we're going to talk about letting in support. So, this is a huge topic, I feel. Letting in support, asking for help, admitting that you may not be able to do all the things all by yourself, right? This is huge, I feel, especially for women in general, and then in my work as well, especially women who run their own business. And this has been true for me, so I'm speaking from experience, and I've kind of moved through like that resistance in asking for support. So here's the thing. How do you know if you're actually resisting asking for support, right? Asking for help from someone. Whatever it is, this will be different in different scenarios. But imagine asking someone for help. Like, let's say right now you need help with something, right? How does that make you feel? How does it make you feel to ask for help to someone? Does that make you feel like icky, or does it make you feel like ashamed? Like, oh, I wish I could just do this on my own, you know? Does it make you feel like weird, you know? Or does it make you feel spacious and expansive? And like, yeah, of course, I get to do this, right? It's good, like I said, it could depend on what it is you're asking help with, but how does that show up for you? How does asking support show up for you? Does it depend on the situation? How easy or how hard it is it for you? Is it easy for you to let in help from other people, to let yourself be supported in your life, in your business? Or do you just generally feel like, I got it. I can cram it all in my day. You know, what are the stories and the thoughts that are coming up for you? I'm really curious about that, to hear that from you. Or if you just want to write it down for yourself, that's fine. But I feel like the more I work with all kinds of different women, this is always like a sticky point, which is really interesting to me. So let me know if you want to. Because here's the thing, right? Asking for support is often seen as a weakness. When you think about it, are we not taught and raised that we should do it all by ourselves? We should be able to do it all by ourselves, right? But back in the day, we lived, and this is still true in some cultures all around the world, but back in the day, we lived in our tribe, right? We lived in our community. We never did anything alone. Never did anything alone. Women cooked together. raised their children together, um, like weaved baskets together, made the homes together, gathered berries, medicinal plants together. Um, Women went into the red tent once a moon to bleed together, right? Men hunted together, men supported the tribe from the external together, right? Council was done together, decisions were made together. Really interesting because women actually downloaded the visions for the next steps for the tribe. Just a cool side note. But you can see it was normal to do things together. And right now, even though we're more connected than ever, right, through technology, which is incredible, we're also very individualized, right? We live in single family homes, apartments. Again, depending on the culture and the country where you live, right? It's going to be different. But help is most often in the Western world frowned upon, right? Like, oh, you're gonna hire someone? You can't do that on your own? Like, oh, you're not gonna use that money for this and this and this? You're gonna hire someone for your business? I've heard these things, by the way. But it's not, here's the thing that I really moved through. It's not that you're not capable to do it all, right? You're not meant to do it all. Just really powerful realization if this is true for you. So I think one of the first steps to changing that perspective is we are not meant to do everything alone, right? We each have our own gifts and things that we are good at, that we excel at, that we are maybe experts in, right? Hi, Sarah. Welcome. And then we each have things that we're maybe not so good at, right? Which is fine, by the way. Or things that we shouldn't really focus on because it's really not the best use of our time, right? And it's actually really simple when you think about this logically and kind of debunk those thoughts of asking for help and hiring support, for example. It's actually very simple because it's actually really cool to ask for support because you're giving someone else the opportunity to share their gifts and what they are good at with you, right? The same when you are helping others with your gifts, right? In your family, in your business, or your friends, like you get the idea, whatever it is, right? You're helping someone else with what you're good at. You asking for support is giving someone else that opportunity to shine their light and help you, right? You're giving someone else that opportunity, which is really beautiful. And especially in business, right? You're like, I worked with one assistant last year. Then I just really didn't need it that much because I was fine, right? I didn't have enough going on really to I was doing it all myself, which is fine because it wasn't too much. Now I recently started working with another assistant, which is amazing. But the thing with business is I help her, Bethany, her name's Bethany, my amazing assistant, Bethany. She is really good at her own things, right? I'm giving her the opportunity to do her thing, which in turn supports me. I don't need to be doing all the little details that tie my business together anymore, like administrative stuff, marketing stuff, organizing back-end stuff, researching stuff, right? My time is way better spent devoting myself to my practice, to my gifts, to my soul mission, right? Because when I give that enough space and time, and what comes through me in that space is what my people need to hear from me, right? That's my mission. That is the most of service. And that is going to be so much more powerful than me doing stuff that I can have someone else do for me. So it's when you think about it in a logical way, it makes so much more sense, right? And this is not always easy, definitely not always easy, because I'm very much the kind of person that thinks, you know what, I can just do this real quick, I know how this works, let me just do it. And sometimes I'll still do that, and that's fine. But it comes with trusting and surrendering, right? To the fact that my assistant Bethany is so much better at managing my Pinterest, for example, and coming up with a beautiful strategy for people to sign up and get a free gift. And if they would like to learn more, they get that opportunity to sign up for a course. Like, she's so good with putting that all together. I know this stuff, right? But she knows exactly what is needed to create my vision and then goes do it. And at the same time, while she is working on that, I can download the next ideas and talk to people, have sessions with my clients, do training like this, right? Let me know how this is landing for you. Do you see when you're thinking about like the bigger picture of having support in your life? This can be anything. I'll give you another example in a minute. Do you see how it's so much more logical to not do all the things by yourself? Right? Let me know how this is landing for you. Another example in my personal life, so not business, is I love, and I'm sure you can relate to this, I love a clean house. I love clean floors, like shiny, fresh smelling, everything. I'm a little crazy about having a clean house. But is that the best use of my time? Like, is that the best use of my time to clean? A lot, right? Now, last weekend, I did a big clean of my house. And I loved it. Like, it was amazing. I just felt energized to clean my house and scrub the floors, and was playing music and listening to podcasts, and it energized me so much. But last month, that wasn't the case at all. So I hired a cleaning person. And I always thought this was a story that I had, right? That, oh my God, you have to be super, super rich or like really, really busy to be able to hire a cleaning person, right? This was a story I was telling myself. And that's just crazy. Like, I'm home all day, I can just do this, that's fine. But while she was here, I felt so supported. I felt so taken care of, right? Like, instead of me stressing out how to cram it all in my day, get it all done, a lot of spaciousness was created within me. And I didn't even know that that was a possibility for me until I looked into it, how much this was going to be, which wasn't even like $100 to clean my house. I don't really have a big house. So we often tell ourselves these stories that it's not possible to do something like that, right? But then when we look into it, we open ourselves up to the possibility of it. It seems so much more feasible and possible, right? And then all of a sudden it's a no-brainer, right? How's that landing? Oh, Lauren. Hi, Lauren. Asking for help. Oh, why? Asking for help feels like I'm a burden, but I like your reframing of it. Yeah. Yeah. So I felt that way too. And I still feel this way too. And like, it's just easier. Like, oh, I don't want to be a burden. Then I'll just do it myself. It's just a lot easier if I just do it myself. I don't have to explain. I don't have to like be uncomfortable about it. Right. But then, like, for example, when I ask something from my partner, I know this is like that feminine and masculine relationship, right? The masculine loves to support. So when I actually ask from a place of, I'd really love it if you would do this for me, he loves to support that. And he feels like he's doing something, right? To for the relationship. Does that make sense? So it's not so much a burden. You're giving that other person, in this case a male, the opportunity to step up and support and shine his or her light, right? Does that make sense? Right now, I don't really have a problem anymore asking for support from my assistant, husband, parents, my in-laws. Like when I leave, I'll call my father-in-law, hey, can you let my dog out? He loves it. They love to help out. But when it's reversed, I love to help them out too. It's, I don't know, it's just interesting to me how, like, when you're more comfortable with it, you notice that it's really not a big deal. My husband, it's funny, a few months ago, he had someone, I don't know, like some kind of farmer, I don't know. He had someone come and till some of the garden beds in our garden. Like I'll have to show you pictures sometime. I don't know if you guys have seen our garden, but he had someone come and till some of the garden beds for us. Like my husband used to do this by hand. That's his workout. Like he doesn't go to the gym, he goes work in the garden. And he just said, you know what? I found this guy. He's going to till the garden beds. I'm done digging, And so he came and he felt so supported. He felt so supported. And the guy was doing his gift with his tractor, whatever, right? And then the beds were ready for us to plant carrots, sunflowers. I forgot what we planted there exactly, but you get that trade-off, right? It's not just about spending the money necessarily. It's about allowing in support because it's going to make you feel better, spacious, expansive. You're going to have time, right? That's another big one. This is going to give you more time to what's truly valuable and important to you. Okay, let me read Sarah's comment real quick. I get stuck when it comes to financial elements. Like, what if you're on a tight budget? Okay, so you mean like when hiring someone? So, for example, I was like, what would you want to have support with? Like, give me the example of what you would want support with right now. Because, for example, I already felt so much more supported just having someone clean my house once. And then the next month, I did it myself. And then maybe next month, I'll have her come again, or the month after that. Like, it depends on how I'm feeling. But even just that one time she was there made all the difference for me. Okay, exactly. Okay. So, and then I think with my assistant in my business, I have a budget for that, right? I budgeted that in. And when you hire someone, often people think, but I don't have the money to hire someone full time, right? Like but that's another story. That doesn't even have to happen, right? It can just be 1 hour a week, or 2 hours a month, or 4 hours a month. And that way, let's go with the example of, I don't know if you have your own business exactly, but let's say you're hiring an assistant for 1 hour a week, right? But ultimately you would love 2 or 3 hours a week. You start with 1 hour. You're showing the universe like, hey, I really need some more support so that I have more time and spaciousness to, for example, download next ideas and do my own thing, right? From there, you'll be surprised what's going to happen. Maybe you're going to make more money. Maybe you're going to find an assistant that's maybe charging less, knowing more. You know what I mean? Does that help? There's always so many more opportunities and possibilities than what is in front of us right now, right? So if you're on a tight budget, what could you do? What is there any room to do something that is going to work for you? Does that make sense? Is that helpful? Oh, I missed all these comments. Hold on. I would love to work with a coach. Okay, moving through lots of energetic, emotional shadow shit. and quarter life crisis things. Okay. Would love that support, but it doesn't seem like a necessity. But I know that your internal landscape is the most NB thing. What's NB? Baby steps. Yeah. So if you want to work with a coach, for example, um, what is that going to give back to you? So if you would hire a coach, would that mean that that coach is going to help you make more money, for example? Then it may be worth the investment, you know? Um, if you find a coach that you really like and love, but it feels like a stretch financially, that also could mean it's a stretch energetically, but you need to take that step to move like up level energetically, right? So when there is a financial investment, there's always going to be that energetic up leveling as well. And B is important. Okay. Thank you for clarifying. So, and even with a coach, like there are many different ways to pay for that as well. Like I feel like there's always, like I said, opportunities and possibilities to like finance that, or maybe when you're not ready, like set the intention. It's the new moon today. It's the new moon today. Set the intention, or do a group program with someone that maybe that's often cheaper, right? Or maybe there's coaches out there that do one-off sessions that you would love to work with. Or like, do you get the idea that like brainstorm, heartstorm the possibilities that you may not be seeing right now? Because I don't know if this is true for you, but just as an example, could be like hiring a coach. It is, oh my God, that sounds like a lot of money, but it doesn't have to be that way, right? Does that make sense? Open yourself up to let the universe give to you for whatever you need in this moment. That's also support from the universe. Oh, that's a whole other conversation we could be having. Opening yourself up and allowing that in from the universe. Does that help? Yeah, so that was already a lot. I'm curious to hear from you how, if this helped you kind of change your perspective, if you want to hear more about it, if this was helpful, or if this is still like something you still kind of struggle with. What's up? Let me know. Maybe maybe you got some ideas of how to let in more support. You're welcome, love. Whether it's in your business, your family, your friendships, your emotional life, your mental health, any other area. What is, if even if there's just little tiny baby steps that you can do to let in more support, let us know so that I can support you in turn. And then if there's any more questions, or if you bump against anything that you want to ask me about this topic, just comment below, tag me in it. Yeah, and I hope this was helpful. This, I feel, is a big topic that I could share a lot more about. So if you want that, let me know. And I will see you again soon. I think that was it with the comments. You are so welcome. Yes, okay. Yay. All right, my loves. I'll see you again soon. I think I'm doing another training, not next week, but the week after. So I'll create a little event for it. If you have any topics that you would love to see covered, let me know. And I'm sending you so much love. Oh, Joy, I caught your comment. I was going to do a blow kiss. Once again, you are reaffirming something I've been working through. I love people and I love to help them, to show my love, but I must also remember to let them love me as well. Exactly. Yeah. So what is something that you could take away from this this teaching, I guess, to make that happen? You're still welcome, Joy. Lauren, for me in my personal life, it boils down to worthiness, asking friends, family for help or support brings up feelings that I'm not worthy of their time or energy. So that's what I need to work on. Yes. Yeah. So what is something specific? Like we talked about this before, Lauren. I remember this, that like little baby steps. Like ask your partner, I don't know, stupid example maybe, to like take the trash out for you, you know? So if there's something that you always do that you would love support around, just to like practice how it feels, you know? Do something small like that. I feel like that would be helpful for you. If that's landing, let me know. All right, loves. And yeah, it's like an experiment too. Yeah, we did. Yeah, it's like an experiment. What, like, you can even make it playful. Like, what can I ask support around today or this week, you know? And baby steps. Exactly. Yeah. And then, um, like the same with, like the cleaning lady, whatever. Um, you're practicing the feeling of what it feels like to be taken care of, right? Which is what a lot of us want to be feeling, and it can come in so many different ways. So yeah, go play with that, go experiment. And I love this topic. Come back to this video because I would love to hear how that is going for you all. And yeah, I'll see you next time, loves. Real blow kiss this time. Bye.